look at his.
What was his first?
Dennis Anderson, who is much used in visual arts.
Oh, right, okay.
So that was one thought I had.
That kind of points out how difficult it is, because you say visual arts, and that's kind of not the art.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the world is huge.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Also, I think the discussion you had about the modernist, the postmodern preschool, is very interesting, and it would be very nice to discuss further the pedagogical results from your research. But you have made a distinction where you have chosen to say that this is as far as I go with this thesis, and that's fine. But it would be nice to go on discussing what pedagogical implications does this have. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you both for a very interesting discussion. Nice read. Being a geographer, it's nice to read all the implication of your interpretation of space and public space and so on. So it's very interesting. First question here regarding methods that we often use when investigating space and people would be ethnographic methods, participatory observations, and so on. I don't recall it was done for discussion. It was not mentioned in the text that much at least. But how would you read the question is, and how would you relate that sort of tradition, which to me sounds to be very similar to the epistemological approach where the knowledge is created and emerging from the interactions between people, space, and the research?
I think the clue here is the first sentence you say, because I'm not really exploring the space, I'm producing it. And that is the epistemological stance. Because I'm not trying to understand, of course we do, that's kind of, we always try to understand the space, but in that way of trying to understand what we do, at the same time we produce it. So the difference would be that I, as a researcher, I'm not really trying to understand what kind of space this is, and I'm not trying to answer questions on how the children are experiencing this place. I'm trying to, together, in collaboration with the space and with the children and with the public people, construct this place as a public space where children can take part as well. So I would say that is the difference. An ethnographer is perhaps more interested in understanding and interpretation of what kind of space this is.
Be more of an outsider?
Yeah. Yeah, in a way. I mean, of course they acknowledge that they are a part of producing knowledge. That is not the question. It's more that they're trying to understand the world as something different from the research practice, kind of more. Trying to understand how are the people living here producing the world, whilst I try to actually change and interact with producing the world.
Yeah, thank you. Also, when it comes to public space and its production, there is a debate, or has been, about the depth of public space, which of course runs counter to what you are saying here, but if you relate to that debate in your own words,
very little, but I would say the problem is that the public space is being eaten up by other practices such as shopping or, I mean, whatever we use. So there aren't that many public spaces. That is the risk we yet know. But still, I would say that's not really my question. I wouldn't say that. My question is that there are still public spaces, and what can we do in that? And maybe we will find new functions of these kind of public spaces when children start being there in another way than, or preschool. I mean, I'm not sure what will happen to the public spaces.
Now, Yeah, you referred to Massey, and she has been a part of that debate. Where it's, her argument would be something like that, well, there has never been public spaces. It's an ideal that exists in people's mind, and it has always been negotiated all the time through practices, relations, over time. So I was trying to.
All right, yeah, okay. Well, then I would say that I'm not really interested in the public space. I really agree with Massey that it's the census that defines the public space. So in that kind of way, public spaces does not exist because there is no homogeneity of what it is. So that is a potential for me. That doesn't exist. We can create it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, thank you. Well, we could go on and discuss it, I'm sure, and it's been very interesting to both read and hear your discussion. Thank you. Thank you for letting me before.
So, last question, perhaps. Thank you for this nice conversation and the interesting topics that you have discussed. Really appreciate it. And actually, several of my questions have already been reviewed in this talk, and really satisfied with your answers. And my first question actually was about research ethics and research ethics within ongoing ethical ongoing relational thinking. But I think you have already said a lot about that, and so I skip that and move on. I have actually one question that I would like to pose, and it adds on what Maria said in the end. Even though I know that this thesis it's not about pedagogical methods, it's about research methods for early childhood education, and you write that it's not about children's experiences, learning, or subjectivity constructions. So I know that.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah. Nevertheless.
At the end of the CAPA text, you suggest that further research might be about transforming research methods into pedagogical methods. So my question is, what do you think educators might learn from reading your thesis? And what would happen if educators start to bring their preschools into public spaces? I mean, it's like for everything. After reading your study, how might this affect the local community? So, please, could you say something about that?
Yeah,
because I know you have thought about it.
Yeah,
And perhaps
I have.
that is one of your next steps. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of ambivalent in what my thesis will produce in that kind of terms, because I wouldn't really like that it would be a manual. Oh, let's do vocal strolls in preschool. I think that would be that would implicit that the children were to learn something, and now we're going to do a procedure where the children take place, and now they're going to do that and that and that. And I'm not really sure that's the point. So I would rather like preschool teachers, educators, to think about what kind of preschool they are producing at the moment. And if it actually, in what ways can they expand the democracy aspects that they try to elaborate on and develop on their preschool? In what ways, I mean, they do a lot of lovely, fantastic things, but maybe we need to think differently, and I would like them to be more sensitive to moving on, and maybe other places, and maybe just think about what does this place do with my preschool practice that I'm sort of part of. More experimentation, I would say, and if that would become a pedagogy, I think perhaps we need another research role here, because that would demand of me, if it would become a pedagogical practice, that the researcher would take a step back then watch what they were doing in order to tell others, kind of thing. So that would kind of, I wouldn't be as active maybe. And that would be another very important knowledge, but that's not what I've done. I've actually tried to do research together with preschool practice kind of thing. What can we do? So the knowledge and the world is actually at the same time produced.
Thank you. And just one more thing. I think what Isabel Stenger's slow science, and you write about slowness, and you have also talked about it today, how you wait for the children and try to see things from their perspectives, through their heart. So what are your, if you think about slowness and slow education, could that be something that is in line with your...
Yeah, I think slow science is really important, but I think maybe rather than saying that it's to be slow together with the children, it's more like to accept that I know a lot of things about early childhood education, but I still have things to learn when I do this, and that is the slowness, and sort of slow down that I think I know something, and to have respect for that there's going on a multitude of things that I don't know. That's kind of slow science I would like.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the committee, for the questions, and for the answers. Is there a question in the audience that someone would like to pose? Yes, please.
Yes, so the children which participated in the study, when they are adults and they are in open spaces, in what way do you think their behavior will differ as compared to if they had not been participating in the research?
That is an extremely traditional way of thinking about research. So we need to affect the children when they become adults. That is what the school is supposed to do. But if we think that the children are in their rights right now, as children, they are citizens, I don't think we need to think about how they will be as adults. I don't think, maybe we should think about how children are in society right now. And so that's really important for me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, and thank you everyone for coming. Now we will have some drinks and mingle outside. Yes.